Hello and welcome back. Part of our journey has led us to these two young fellows. We're with Poe and Alfred.
Yes.
And they are artists, and fantastic artists they are. We have a book here that's an anthology. Tell us a little bit about this.
All right. So Bao started about 7 years ago, which is why we're up to number 7 right now. And what it is it's a group of artists from up and down the Bay Area around when the internet started to say, oh, we all live in the same place. Maybe we should actually get together.
Okay.
And so it started out as people drawing, and eventually they started producing a comic book, and everyone would do about 6 to 10 pages, and it would be collected into a book that we would bring to conventions and sell them.
Is this one continued subject?
No, there's really...
Okay, so
it's all over the place.
The different artists doing different pages to all different subjects?
Right.
Okay. Is this the 7th one in the series?
Yes, it comes out once a year.
Once a year. You've done it for 7 years?
Not myself.
Okay,
it's
but
gone through several different people.
And you're in this one now.
Right.
And your friend here, Poe, is?
Well, I just joined at number 7, so I joined at the 7th year. I'm a really, really junior member.
You are, but let's see your art. You have art in here, I know.
Yeah.
Is it this one?
Yeah, it's this one, and it goes against most conventional norms because all of this is done entirely on the computer screen. This is completely digital.
No pen, no paper, no paint?
No, not really.
Really? Tell us about that.
So,
How
we...
about SketchUp?
SketchUp, yeah, right. Google SketchUp. That's a very easy to use 3D software, and we use it to design the ships. And after designing the ships, we would just take a snapshot of it, and then design other scenes using Photoshop, and just compose the final product we see here.
So it's a whole brave new world for artists to be able to do this.
Right, and other artists have already started with this. I just joined in the new broadband thing.
Is that right? Originally when this started, was it more pen and paper type artists?
It was really intensive pen and paper. You need
You see one of the
inkers.
older books from 2 years ago. You can see it's a lot more
Yes.
traditional
very
materials.
Interesting.
This is all pencil.
Okay.
Starting to see some people touching it up on a computer.
Okay. And is this a local organization that does this?
Yes.
Right.
we are.
Okay.
Our members are somewhere between San Francisco and San Jose.
And what's it called again?
Bao Bay Area Artists Unite.
Now this is some of your work also?
Yeah.
And what is this?
This is my own personal project. This is a gazette. What we're trying to do is have a comic book project that introduces a very original world that's steampunkish in character. So, again, as usual, very digital artwork, or entirely
my
digital
gosh.
artwork. So, again, we use, for example, this one. I use Photoshop to come up with a sketch, and then I sent it to my collaborators, and they did the rest, like coloring. This one is made using a composition of Google SketchUp to make the 3D ship models, and the what do you call this, like Arc de Triomphe scene, and then my friends would add in the people and color it in to get the final desired product. And yeah, same thing goes for every single thing you see here.
I don't know if you can get this detail up close, but it is fantastic. It's unbelievable.
With the internet, it's actually possible to have long-distance online collaborations, and that's totally what I'm trying to do.
That's a good point for artists and printers and subject. And tell us again, what is this for? I mean, it's not a calendar. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's just an example.
Yeah,
A cassette.
like a portfolio.
Of course.
Right. So it's for a comic series. It's I already came up with most of the story,
Right.
and I want just convert it into a form that's accessible to people of all ages.
Right.
They could just pick it up and enjoy it.
What is the story in general?
Um,
Subject.
It's,
By looking at the pictures, it's very complicated.
I started off basing it on a more realistic form of Star Wars, but set in the Victorian times.
I see.
Right, because I sometimes, well, sorry, George Lucas, but Star Wars,
You've met your match, George.
the last 3 episodes, the romance story is kind of,
No comment.
right, yeah, I mean, go through a few rejections and breakups, and you would know that romance is really tougher than what it appears on the screen.
Now you're talking my language.
And then it gradually became like a commentary on world politics. So I just take real world events and historical events, current events, and meld it into this original world called the Purgatory. I have the map here. Yeah, so it's a pretty much a feudal empire divided into great houses, and then we have another group of people that pray different, and because they pray different, we must kill them.
That's been going on forever. That's not a new subject. Tell us again. Somehow it jumped from a broken heart to world politics. Am I correct?
Yeah,
I'm following you.
Yeah, it's a combination of all, and I foresee it getting like a pretty big. The story's pretty big. It's already written, or if it's not written, it's in my mind.
Is the name Purgatory?
Yeah, the name's called the Purgatory. Basically, people have already initiated Armageddon without even knowing it.
Right.
And their entire world is going towards total certain destruction.
Right.
With all their warmongering, disregard for the natural world and use of.
It's nice you can say that with a smile on your face. Would you like to add anything to that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yep, so that's true. Over the last few years, some of our work has gotten more political. For example, this is a story we've been doing about the food crisis and how food prices are going up and what some of the factors causing that are. And it's put together in the form of an educational booklet where every other page is a comic, and then the other page explains some of the actual events and economics and politics going on behind it.
You have really changed tracks on us, young fellows. I mean, this is a good cause. Mm-hmm. It's not just, this is wonderful. This is your imagination and the great artwork. This is very simple but direct also. Right. Tell us a little bit more about it.
So I started working on this with one of my housemates who's really into the food politics scene, and he provided me with a lot of the research backing up on what's causing high prices of food, such as increasing use of growing crops for fuel,
right,
which means there's less to eat. And then some of the solutions, as well as some of the issues. For example, there are some companies that call themselves organic, but they still use really industrial processes. And then it also provides a lot of information as to where people can find more information on the internet if they want to get more educated on this topic.
Very, very good. And that's a good note to end on. Mm-hmm. I want to thank you both, Alfred.
Yes.
And Poe.
Right, nice to meet you.
Little app.